You're watching Colorado's news channel. This is News 4.
Welcome back and good morning. It's now 5:12 and 45 degrees with a look from our rooftop this morning. It's a Monday. If you watched the big game last night, chances are you also caught at least a few of those commercials. 40% of people admit to watching the Super Bowl so they can see those ads. Steve McKee is an ad campaign expert. Joins us live with a look at America's favorite Super Bowl commercials. Good morning, Steve.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
So let's talk about, first of all, what Ad Bowl is and what you do.
Ad Bowl is an online and this year a wireless promotion whereby real people can vote in real time on the Super Bowl ads and tell the world what they think.
And what worked? What were the big ones last night?
The big winner last night was FedEx with the Castaway commercial. They're leveraging the power of a major motion picture and brought them #1 in the Ad Bowl. Shortly followed right after that by Budweiser with the Clydesdale's ad, Instant Replay.
There's that one. And it's got the zebra watching, reviewing the tape. Any real stinkers? I hate to ask that question.
Well, of course, the voters have spoken, and they tended not to like the more straightforward ads like the car ads offering 0% financing or free cash back. But as a rule, humor won the day yesterday, as the top 5 spots all were very funny.
So is there just kind of a letdown? People are watching every ad, kind of inflating, waiting for that punchline. When it doesn't come, they get frustrated?
Oh yeah, they do. The expectations for Super Bowl commercials get higher every year, and it's a bar that is getting increasingly difficult to leap over. But we find a way.
So how did we stack up this year in terms of the last few years of Super Bowl ads?
I think this year was, I would classify it as a good year. I don't think there's any ads that are going to go down in history as being tremendously famous, but there were a lot of funny commercials, a lot of good ideas, also a lot of commercials that didn't quite hit the mark.
Any trends? Because I noticed a couple times I was up getting more chips or something, and yes. I didn't quite catch something that was a little too complicated. Maybe I'm just not paying enough attention.
A recurring theme this year was the twist. Not only did we have Pepsi twist with the Osbournes, but a lot of the commercials had some sort of a twist in the middle or at the end, which made them either work or not work. But if you weren't paying close attention, you might have missed them.
Steve, good insight. It was a fun night of commercials. We appreciate it. And for more on the Ad Bowl winners and losers, log on to news4colorado.com. Look for the Scene on News 4 icon.
Just can't believe they still convinced Ozzy Osbourne to only say bloody.
Yeah, they spent a lot of money on bleeping.
His vocabulary is much bigger than that. Said bloody. Which,
you could understand him better than usual.
No, that would turn ears red overseas because bloody in Great Britain is quite the curse word, but here it's just, it like stands for beep. Dave Aguilera, I know you were watching.
Oh, of course, yeah. I'd have to say I had 2 top ones.
Okay.
And it would be a tie, except one of them we saw so often or before the Super Bowl that it kind of got tired of.
Okay.
That was the Ozzy Osbourne one.
Right.
We ran in most of our newscasts, but that was really funny. So I'd have to say the #1 in my book was the Clydesdales and the Budweiser.
Yeah.
Well, the guy looks at the zebra and he goes, "That ref is a jackass."
There you go.
And he goes, "No, I think that's a zebra." Yeah.
So you're right in line with the Ad Bowl voters.
That's that was so cool. And when it first started, you were wondering what it was when you saw the replay there, and they're all just looking, waiting.
And that's another one where where they've leveraged like 4 years worth of. Very nice.
No, I believe that's a zebra.
Oh, yeah. So subtle, huh?
And they've been doing those horse commercials for like 4 years now, so it's almost like a serial.
Oh, yeah. It's phenomenal. And I don't know if you're like me, but I don't think there were as many good commercials as there used to be.
Well, that's what we were saying, that this was a standout. There were a couple standouts for sure, but it must be hard to come up with new ideas every year.
I think so, yeah. And the other one that I thought was funny was for the Jim Belushi show, where he was running through the studio naked, and it was a playoff on that Nike commercial that ran during the playoffs so many times, where the guy was running through the soccer stadium naked. That was funny.
Dave, Jim Belushi naked, favorable. All righty then.
I missed that one. Hey, let's get to the weather, and around here today, certainly a beautiful day is on the way.